guys, and welcome back to Sloan's Garage. So today's video, just gonna be doing a couple little simple like maintenance stuff. Gonna change oil on the Firebird, gonna put new plugs in it, and I'm changing to a different style plug, and I'll tell you why. And we're gonna put the mini spool in the rear end, and then finish the video with some freaking burnouts. But some parts you aren't gonna see. It was having like a weird like misfire, and it was backfiring and stuff, and I couldn't figure out why. And so I put new spark plugs in it. I thought the spark plug wires were arcing off the headers, causing a misfire. So I put some wire insulators on it. I then thought maybe it was lean popping, and I thought maybe the accelerator pump on my carb was going out, so I went and bought a different carb from a guy on Facebook Marketplace, an old 750 Carter, and put on it, and it still did it. And then I put a new ignition coil, because I thought maybe the ignition coil was crapping out or something. That wasn't it. And so then I looked and pulled the spark plugs, looked at them, and number 6 and 8 didn't even look like they'd been fired. Like, they looked brand new. And what it turned out being was something as simple as I messed the firing order up, so those two were not firing at the right time. And yeah, I flipped those around and it runs great now. So always check the simple stuff first. Don't overthink it like I did. Like, spent 2 days messing with this dumb thing just to find out I messed up the firing order. But she's good to go now. And yeah. Oh, there she is. And my camera won't focus. That looks terrible. Anyways, so the reason why these are the plugs I had in it. The reason why I'm changing them is I put Vortec heads on this that have been warmed over. They got bigger 202 160 valves in them, and the ports have been opened up from, I believe, stock Vortec heads are like a 170 runner. These are 185 intake runner head, so a slight bit bigger, more airflow and more power and all that. Anyways, the reason why I'm changing plugs is these are for like an old 350, and they don't have as much reach as the newer Vortec motors like. So I got a new set of plugs, and I'll show you the difference. You can see the new plug has quite a bit more reach, like actually a lot. So by changing this, hopefully it'll fire up easier, run better in general, do burnouts better. So alright, well, I'm going to be changing the oil next. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I mean, I'm assuming you all know how to change your oil. Anyways, I'll tell you about the oil I am using. So nothing but the best for this thing. Walmart Special SuperTech. But so it's 1540. It's thicker, better. This is the diesel oil, so it has other additives in it that normal like oil for gasoline motors doesn't have in it. That'll help protect the bearings and stuff, because I'm going to be pulling this thing to 7 grand before I shift, when I'm racing at least. So, you know, gotta try to hold the old 350 together. Hey guys, so I was trying to put the mini spool in, and when I went to put it in, it was just super loose fitting, and like the blocks could literally like kick sideways, and so that's just bound to break really quick if I left it like that. So if you guys don't know what a mini spool is, so it replaces the spider gears in your single track differential with these. So has this piece that goes on the axle, another one, and then 2 blocks in the middle that, you know, lock the 2 tires together, and you have a posi all the time, you know. So, but these were able to be loose enough in there, kind of where it could do like this kind of BS and like the blocks would kick sideways and stuff. So what I end up doing for a quick fix, I don't know if they make shims or somebody probably sells them, but I bought some sheet metal and cut these. They're not pretty looking at all, but as long as they work, cut these shims out, and hopefully we'll tighten that up, and then I can install this mini spool and be fucking burning 2 tires pretty soon. Well, there it is. Got the mini spool in. I only need 1 shim on each side because I accidentally cut them just a little too big, so it actually is kind of like, they're kind of acting like a spring-loaded deal. But the blocks are a little loose still, but like nothing like they were before. Like, this will work freaking good, I think. And if not, I have another rear end I can put in the car. I just didn't want to have to deal with it yet, because this being the 3-link rear suspension like it is, all these brackets, have to weld them onto the new rear end and like set my pinion angle and make sure I don't screw anything up. And this was just easier. Lock this rear end together. This is a 342 gear ratio, nice medium gear ratio. The other rear end I have has 410s and a posi supposedly in it, and it's an 8.8 forward rear end, I think out of a Ranger, but this is a little 7.5. They're Pontiac and Chevy, both in these 3rd gens. I don't think put a bigger rear end than this in them, even in the V8 cars, because this was originally a V6. But these are, especially with me locking it like this together, these are pretty fragile, and my 400 horse motor is probably gonna eventually break this unit. But I thought about welding the spider gears, but I already had the mini spool, and I feel like this will be stronger than my crappy welds. So anyhow, I'm gonna finish putting this back together, and I'll cut to tomorrow where we'll be doing burnouts. Hey guys, so the burnout video was a little bit of a fail. I did get a short video, but like the mini spool broke or something, or I didn't shim it in good enough, and so the video is where it shows it single track. We had a video before that, but we're having like technical difficulties sending it from my brother's phone to my phone, and I wanted to get the video posted today. If we can figure out how to get that video up later, I'll put it up, just that video by itself, because the first video it did lock posi and I was all over the freaking road. It was insane. But anyways, I'll cut to the video where I think I might have broke something, but it still drove home, so I don't know. Let's fucking get her!